time to bring you my middleweight. You may have seen him at several open mics doing stand-up comedy around the Quad Cities. You may also recognize him as a member of the improv troupe The Blacklist. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Doug Hernandez!
Let's keep those hands together.
Yep. Your challenge for this round will be a handy bag.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am if I want to get fucking paid.
Begin.
So who's drinking out there tonight? Good to hear. Cheers. I had a really interesting drinking experience once. It was rough, but it was educational. I learned two very important things. One, I can drink an entire bottle of Jack Daniels in 2 hours. Two, I should not drink an entire bottle of Jack Daniels in 2 hours. What can I say? My eyes were bigger than my liver. But my ethnicity is as such that I'm... Oh, shit. Cheers. My ethnicity is such that I'm half Mexican, and my other half is a mixture of Scottish and Irish. So I'm pretty sure I was not genetically destined for a life of sobriety. Fun fact, an Irish-Hispanic mix is called a green bean. I have experienced direct racial prejudice only a couple times in my life. Here's one of them. In junior high, there was this guy who... He was an asshole then, he's an asshole now. I've run into him recently, he's an asshole. And I said something or another to provoke him. And then he looked at me, real mean, like he wanted to hurt me. And he says, you know what? You're nothing but a chink. And I was compelled to correct him, and I said, I think you're trying to call me a spick. So that's how big an asshole that guy was. He was too stupid to be racist. I once asked my mom if I was an accident, and she said, no, you weren't an accident. You were a mistake. It's her fault. She could have given me up for adoption at any time because, as far as I know, under the age of 18, there is no age limit for giving up your kid for adoption. So parents can be getting rid of their kids at any time. You know, I'd like to put up my son for adoption. All right, and how old is he? 16. That's a very advanced age. Well, he's a very advanced asshole, okay? Said he wished I wasn't his dad. Well, wish granted. Said he wished he was never born. That ship sailed a long time ago. But, you know... also, a friend of mine once asked me why I don't have more sex jokes in my act. And I said, there would be more sex jokes in my act if there were more sex acts in my life. But that's probably my fault because I tend to question and challenge everything that I experience. Kind of makes me a pain in the ass. It's no credit to me. Like, after the Dark Knight Rises shooting, there was a gun guy, and he was talking, saying, you know, if there were more citizens with concealed weapons, then there could have been more people there to stop him. And I said, that's a fair point. That might have happened, but you know what definitely would have happened? There would have been more people shooting guns into a crowd. Owning a gun does not mean you're good at shooting a gun. And then he went on to say, well fine, take that guy's guns away, and he still could have gone in there with a sword or knives and killed just as many people. Folks, he killed 13 people. The only way he could have killed as many with a sword is if he was a fucking ninja. And the only way he could have killed as many with knives is if he had a gun that shot knives. I do also question and challenge things that piss me off. Like something I saw recently. I stayed in a hotel, and I've never seen this before, but apparently they exist. Thank you. I can drink. I'm like king. Anyhow, I was in a hotel, and they had this little plastic sign that basically said, if you take shit, it's gonna cost you. But no, they couldn't say it like that. They had to say it in this pussy, passive-aggressive language, which said, "Dear guest, due to the popularity of our household amenities, the housekeeping department now offers these items for sale." There was a list of sheets and towels and shit. Each guest room attendant is responsible for maintaining the guest room items. Should you decide to take any of these articles rather than obtaining them from the executive housekeeping director, we assume that you approve of a corresponding charge to your account. Thank you. And I know it said that because I took the sign seeing as how it wasn't on the list. Something else that does tend to piss me off, my roommate is the laziest motherfucker I've ever met in my life. You're all thinking right now, you know lazy, you don't know this lazy, and if you do, I'm sorry. There was one time, I noticed he was pooping. One, because the door was open, because we're healthy bachelors. And two, because I could hear it. Not because I could see it, because the bathroom light was off. The hallway light was off. There was no light whatsoever being cast into that bathroom. Some of you are starting to wonder exactly what I started to wonder, and asked him when he was done. I said, "Did you just take a crap in the dark?" And he said, "Yeah." "Well, without light to check your ass wipes, how do you know you clean your butthole?" And he said exactly this. "Not sure." Swear to God. By round of applause, who out there is with me on this? I hate Justin Bieber. I want to marry each and every one of you right now. No, I really hate Justin Bieber, and I hope he dies. I'm serious. I hope he's dying right now. I hope he dies lonely, scared, and brokenhearted, and is buried in a shallow, unmarked grave, and then is repeatedly violated by violent necrophiliacs. Now, I say things like that, and sometimes people say to me, "That's awful. That's just awful." How are you going to feel if you say something like that and it actually happens? How am I going to feel? Folks, if I wish something that specific and it actually happens, I'm going to feel like maybe I have some sort of fucking superpower. And then I'm going to feel like wishing an end to all of the undue suffering of everyone, everywhere, forever, okay? That's how I'm going to feel. And I think that's worth one Justin Bieber. I'm not gonna lie, I would also wish for some blowjobs. Not just any blowjobs though, good blowjobs. Hell, for 6 good blowjobs, I'll kill Justin Bieber myself. You make it a baker's dozen, I'll bring you his fucking head tonight. Folks, where are we at out there on tattoos? Anyone like, want, have? Round of applause? Yeah! I have 13 tattoos myself, and the only reason I enjoy when people ask what they are or where they are is because I like to lie and say that I have a penis tattoo. I don't. But I like to lie and say that I do because I enjoy coming up with ideas for funny penis tattoos because I think penis tattoos should be funny. If you have a serious penis tattoo, you had better have a serious penis, and there is no such thing as a serious penis. So I think they should be funny, like the human evolution chart running along the side. Or an exclamation point running a tie. Oh, shit. Blowjob. Oh, I got a blowjob, sweet. tattoo would be a dustbuster running along the side. I had to fit that in somehow. But in particular, I tried to come up with phrases that would make funny penis tattoos. Like, enjoy your stay. Remember to wash your hands. Load bearing. For ages 18 and older. That one's important. Take all you want, but eat all you take. Something my grandfather used to say. And finally, thank you, come again. That's my time, folks. Thank you so much.